What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. Do me a favor and hit the like button. Let's get 2,500 likes. If you're watching right now, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And this video is brought to you by Boohoo Man. People, I'm wearing a nice little Boohoo Man hoodie right now. I know it's winter time, so you know what? We need to layer up. And it's nice and cozy, nice and warm. So check out Boohoo Man. If you want to get the latest hoodies, jackets, whatever you want, go and check it out, people. And I've got a discount for you. If you use the word code Saeed on the checkout, you can get an extra 10% off your order. Link in description, links in the pinned comment down below. And please do check out Boohoo Man. And big up to Boohoo Man for sponsoring the video. Declan Rice. I feel like we need to give Declan Rice his flowers. I feel like, listen, you know me, I've always maybe kind of gone towards Caicedo as my preferable midfielder in the league in terms of who I like and who I think has been amazing in the Premier League. But I do think, I can't lie to you, bro, I've not given Declan Rice his flowers. And maybe, I'm not going to lie to you, maybe I was a little bit wrong about Declan Rice. But here today on this video, I'm going to explain to you why I believe Declan Rice this season can potentially reach crazy heights, can potentially be one of the best players of the Premier League, can potentially be the player of the season. Definitely for Arsenal Football Club. I can't lie, he's playing at a different level right now. I'm seeing the swagger. I'm seeing him control games. I'm seeing him get assists. I'm seeing him get goals. I'm seeing him become now a all-rounder midfielder now. People say he can't pass. Well, I'll tell you the stats in a minute. Progressive passes, high in that list. People say he can't control games. We're seeing right now his ability on the ball is getting better. People say that he can't, provide assists. Well, now he's getting assists. Whether it's set piece, it doesn't matter. He's getting the assists. Even when you look at the Marino one, where he lofted it over the top to Marino, again, he's getting his assists. People said he can't influence games. Well, we're seeing that right now for Arsenal. People said he wouldn't justify his price tag. And now we're seeing that for Arsenal Football Club. Have you noticed we're not talking about his price tag anymore? Similar to Caicedo, similar to maybe some players in the Premier League. There are only some players that you can say that we're not talking about their price tag anymore. 100 and something million he was brought for. And there was a lot of eyebrows that were raised. And a lot of people were doubting him, saying, you know what, man? He's an average midfielder. He can't do things where other midfielders can do. Has he got an eye for the pass? Can he play the ball forward? That's initially what I'm not going to lie to you, yeah? That's initially something that I wanted more from Declan Rice, is that I wanted to see more progressive passes. I wanted to see him take a little bit more risk. Boy, are we seeing that this season. We're seeing a player now that is ability now for Arsenal to influence games. Yes, Zubimendi helps. And yes, now he has the ability to go forward and influence game more. But we're seeing a guy now, and he's hitting the heights of his peak right now. He started off very, very young, at 18 years old. But he's now approaching that age now, 26, 27 now, where he's getting into new gears now, where he's able now to flourish in this role now, where he becomes Arsenal's main man. I'm sorry, but Bukayo Saka has tailed off a little bit. But that's okay, because that's where others rise. That's where others take that mantle. That's where others say, you know what? As a leader, as a player who wants to lead by example, I will try and take this club forward. And this season, I'm not going to lie to you, maybe him and Caicedo and Gravenberch are the best three midfielders. But you know what, man? Each of them have got their own qualities. Each of them you can embrace in different ways. Each of them you could say their quality in their own different attributes. Caicedo, unbelievable ball winner. Someone who loves getting the duels in. Someone who is pretty much everywhere in that midfield, whether it's getting on the ball as a six, whether it's driving with the ball, whether it's winning the duels. This guy is a monster. But then you've got Gravenberch, the elegance, the way he just kind of shifts his body and just turns you and moves like you're not there, bro. Like he's such a an elegant midfielder. You know what I mean? Dribbling skills, passing. You know what I mean? He's just a really, really top midfielder. And then you've got Declan Rice, who people argue, well, cool. You know, what does he do apart from being a box-to-box midfielder? The engine. What does he do in terms of, you know, being that guy that takes Arsenal from defence to attack, that's got bundles of energy, that likes to press, that likes to win the ball back straight away from you. But now you're starting to see a different side now. And maybe people saw it before. I am now starting to see it more often now, where he's becoming a guy now that's influencing games. That is a different sort of level now we're reaching, where you become part of the team, you're a leader, you set the tone, you're an example for others, but now you're getting involved in the game now. And for Arsenal Football Club, a new guy that's involved in a lot of the assists now. Declan Rice now has many Premier League and Champions League assists since joining Arsenal as Martin Odegaard, 22. This is a guy, by the way, that is seen as a box-to-box midfielder, but also that was brought in as a defensive midfielder that Arsenal needed as cover. You know what I mean? Yes, they had Partey. Yes, they've got Zubimendi, but this guy was seen as someone who was more defensive-minded. He can do the box-to-box, but we didn't see this from Declan Rice at West Ham. Was he getting enough goals? Was he getting enough assists? Now, you're starting to see that. Only 3 behind man like Saka. So it just shows you his involvement now for Arsenal, where he can now be that person that is impacting the game. You don't need to rely on Odegaard. His set-piece delivery is on a different level. He might be one of the best set-piece takers in world football. And I'm not even exaggerating, bro. The way that ball is planted into Gabriel's head, yeah, is ridiculous, bro. The way that he able to find the range of passing, the range of crossing, you got to give it to Declan Rice. That's been worked on in training. That's been worked on for himself in terms of self-improvement. You're seeing a guy who is taking his game very, very seriously, because them free kicks, yeah, them corners are textbook. They're almost like, they're kind of almost, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's bullseye. It really is bullseye, bro. They go in and they target the area, the danger area, bro. And what can you do by that? You almost got to give it the praise it needs, because it's like, what more can he do? What more can he do? Because they're almost like goals now. And that for me is a unique talent, bro. David Beckham once had it. Now, you know what I mean? You'd argue bending like Beckham. You know what I'm trying to say to you? But let's go in deep down into the kind of numbers, because everyone likes to think of Declan Rice as not being a numbers guy. But this, I'm not going to lie to you, is very, very impressive. Look at the data behind Declan Rice this season. Goals and assists first. Progressive carries first. Assists second. Expected assists second. Short assists second. Key passes second. Short complete passes third. This one here, you don't really, it kind of like maybe kind of, sometimes you don't resonate Declan Rice with that. Especially this one here, progressive carries as well. Short passes completed, he's third. XG plus XA, third. So we're looking at a fielder right now that is at the top of his game, bro. These are not just, stats that just sound good. These are specific stats for a player that I, personally for me, yeah, was looking at and thinking, nah, man, Declan Rice ain't got this kind of locker game in his locker. He hasn't got this. But right now, not only the eyes don't let you. I'm an eyes guy. You feel me? Pause. But, I'm an eye test sort of person, yeah. But, like, when you look at it right now, yeah, the stats back it up, people. The stats don't lie. And this is where I think I got it wrong with Declan Rice. The short passes, the progressive carries, them ones right there. I looked at Declan Rice and thought, nah, man, sideways passes, sideways footballer. Doesn't for me take that risk. Now I'm seeing a midfielder that has the ability now to take that risk, that is willing to do more, that is willing to take Arsenal to new heights, bro. And there has been some sort of, relationship with there with Zubimendi. I think he's kind of maybe taking his game to another level now where he's able to take that risk now and get involved in the game. He's able to almost align with other players now. And for me, it's amazing. And when you even look at it further forward, this season here, 3 goals and 6 assists already this season. That's a 9 GA already this season. For a midfielder, I get it. A lot of it is corners. I understand it. But at the same time, bro, you got to take these corners as well. They've got to be done. You know what I mean? Some people will say, okay, set piece. I don't know why I keep pressing intro. Sorry. Some people will say, oh, cool. You know, set pieces is quite easy. Is it easy? I mean, I would love to score set pieces every day if it meant that United were winning games. You know what I mean? You can say, yeah, they're not sustainable, but they're showing that they are sustainable. These set pieces are sustainable. They're working, and they've got a guy who has got a pinpoint accuracy that finds one of the best kind of headers of the ball in Gabriel. So is it sustainable? Of course it is. You know what I mean? And I look at the Premier League right now. This is a moment for Declan Rice now to stake his claim as being one of the best midfielders in the league right now. It's time for Declan Rice now to only shut me up, but shut a lot of rivals up to say, you know what, man? You lot are too, for me, harsh on Declan Rice. You lot don't see Declan Rice for what he is. And sometimes you kind of need that one season where, wow, not only are they now going for the Premier League right now, and they're what, 6 points behind, 6 points ahead of Man City, but now they're creating this identity now where Declan Rice this season can be Arsenal's main man, bro. So I just thought I'd just give him his flowers. You know, there's a lot of, for me, excuse me, there's a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Tribalism in football. You know what I mean? And people will say, oh, this is a Glaze video. But I think sometimes you just got to acknowledge when people are doing well. You got to give them their flowers, bro. You know what I mean? And realize I actually once rated this guy. I remember when he came to Man United, yeah. I don't know if I've still got the video out there in on social media, but I remember he played against us, right? For West Ham. I genuinely remember when he played against us for West Ham, yeah. Here it is. I'll show you the video, chat. This is the video, right? I don't know if you can hear it, but hear this 1 second.
I told you about Declan Rice, man. He's a baller, man. I'd say to him, get him next season, bro. You think? Yeah, man. I'm telling you, look at him run the midfield today, bro, man. Hey, you know what I mean? I don't know, man.
Obviously, he's an Irishman. That guy was Irish, by the way, but you get the gist of it. You get the gist of it. But listen. I remember when he came to the Premier League and he was 18, bro. And I said, sign him. You get me? So this is not coming from someone who has never rated. I see this guy from when he was at West Ham, 18 years of age. He played against us, bossed the midfield, bossed us off the park. And I said, go sign him. I said, go and sign him, bro. So, you know what I mean? Like, I did know that he had qualities, but obviously it's a case of like getting there, making things happen. You get me? And having, and having... And the evolution of Declan Rice is something that we all have seen now throughout the years, man. But let me know, guys, if I've been fair, if I've been honest. If I haven't, then let me know in the comments below. Again, like I said to you, check out Boohoo, man. 10% off your orders if you use the code Saeed. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.